We're at Mobile Meet Las Vegas 2015, and we're going through, this is a little bit different. I've gone through the cell phone numerous times, but today we're using a kind of more of a, one of the action cameras. I just wanted to walk you around. There's no one in here. I shouldn't say that. There's a few people in here. But we're just going to walk around. Not going to do too much talk over. I'm just going to move through, but I wanted to just walk you through. And of course, with the wider angle camera, you're going to be able to see a little bit more. We're at the Show Bay DJ booth. They're working with iDJ now at the show. I keep thinking to myself how cool it would be to have a drone and just fly around with the drone. It could take you way up in the air to look at the trussing, like that mod truss at the top of the Blizzard booth here. I'm going to do something we didn't do yesterday. I'm actually going to take you through a magical little door. Then we'll come back. I'm going to take you through this magic door.
Present creative introductions. I mean, this next guy knows more about that kind of stuff than almost everybody in this room.
What's really unique about our next presenter is oftentimes when we start doing something we find what we really love. And maybe
that was Bill Herman and Jason Jones from the Entertainment Experience. They were on stage showing, or I should say, doing the opening. The microphone on this particular video shot is coming from the front. Got a little Sony, one of the Sony outdoor action cams. I'm not sure what the model number is. But the microphone is in front, so it may not be picking me up as well, but it's really quiet, so that should help. Triceratops VIP booth. We have the Audio Technica there. We got a gentleman coming up with the vacuum, so we're going to move a little quicker through here. The Moda. jumping back to the Blizzard lighting booth right now. Blizzard is working with music trends. These are the IP rated lights right here. A lot of mod truss going on right there. No, the water bottle is not for sale. As with all the big lighting manufacturers here, the companies that they're repping, whether it's Chauvet with IDJ Now, Blizzard with Music Trends, or ADJ with Planet DJ, they're honoring show pricing. If you call in and you're looking for a light, you've been wanting to get it for a while, they probably have a show special on it. Give them a call, they'll get you hooked up. Show price of $449 on the Weather System Cobb. Pretty sweet.
Hey, you had a call, John. Here's your phone. I don't know who it was. Kenny, we're looking at Blizzard lighting right here. Yeah, Blizzard light.
That's what happens when you're doing live video, and there's only the people from the Disc Jockey News in here. Oh, let's get back here. We didn't do this. LD systems. Colorado Sound and Light. Works pretty well. It works pretty well. I'd look between this guy. Yeah, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, whilst I'm talking to people in the background, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, but I looked at this between this and the GoPro. And I like this better than the GoPro. I haven't seen the, of course, the 4.
I've had videographers tell me that the 4 is pretty amazing.
I would think so. I was debating, and I went with the Sony just because the Sony's going to have the 4K also. And ladies and gentlemen, here I'll show you this. I've got this little wrist monitor that I'm watching where we're looking at, and with this little wrist monitor with the Sony, I can control up to 5 cameras at the same time, and that was my biggest selling point of why I went with the Sony instead of GoPro. Cool stuff. Now this was the loudest booth yesterday in the room. Now right next to you, we've got Carbon Audio, we've got American Audio, we've got different speaker companies. Around the corner we'll see Electro Voice. What brand speaker was most? This JBL was ear. These two JBLs. What they were doing is they were doing kind of virtual horse racing right here. You could play wager and do your thing. You could hear this when they cranked up through the whole room. It was incredibly loud, painfully loud. We'll come back and we're gonna, with the Carbon right here, they were using this as their announcement stage. Really impressed with the line array sound that we're getting out of this. Great sound, microphone sounded good. But here's the coolest thing. Well, there are lots of cool things. The bat rod. It is a DJ booth. Come in and we see inside there a little bit. Take a look in there a little bit. It's got the Newmark gear, the lightwave speakers right here you're looking at in the front. But they can have a person DJ here or right up there. This pops up and they can DJ right from there. And we'll hop in here. And yes, it is actually a drivable. They ran this and oh my gosh, it stinks. This thing has got pipes on it. It grunted and bucked and made loud noise. You could hear it's probably all the way back to the casino with this thing when they brought it in. They brought it in at the doors just on the other side. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Let's see, I'm gonna walk a little bit more. Quite a few photo booths. And I'm not doing a complete walk around with this video. I'm getting everyone like I've had in the past because I've missed some of the little side things, and I apologize if I missed one that you were looking for. But I really wanted to kind of focus on looking at some of these, like the lighting companies' booths, a little bit more. Come back here and we'll check out all the clamps here from Global Truss. This was actually pretty popular right here. The crank-up stands from Global Truss, American DJ. They have 3 sizes. And yeah, this is, as I'm standing here, this is about 5.5 feet from here to the ground. So it's going to be substantial. But when you're needing to get some trussing up in the air or something high up in the air, that's what unfortunately or fortunately you need. And they've got these solutions for you. They've got a Go, one of the Go speakers here. I think that was a 15B2 right there. They've got the CPX. Right here. Well, let's go to the front of the American DJ, the ADJ booth. It's gonna be a little tough to see because it's fairly low light, and this is going to be another reason why we'll see how well if this will pick up, if it will pick up. You can see the glow totems.
Global Trust is going to set me up with some specialized clamps so we can clamp them.
Yeah, it's really tough to see in here.
Like
We've shot some videos. They've got a lot of their floods and their moving heads. I mean, they've got everything. We'll come back here when it's open and the lights are on and show you that. And we'll walk over here to talk about a lot of the different things here at the NLFX Pro area. They're showing some Eternal products here at the show. You're seeing a lot of things getting charged up. They were on for, we had what, a 6-7 hour day yesterday. So things need to be charged and getting them ready to go again. Scrim King showing some of their products. I was talking to some guys yesterday who have some old speakers, and they were like, you know, I've got some old beat up speakers and that's going to keep me from charging a professional rate for my show. You can scrim those things. I don't know if I'd scrim them in white, although the white is, you know, a clean, weddingish look. I think if I'd have some speakers, older speakers, the black scrims, a couple of black scrims just to kind of make it so they're not, the scratches and things aren't showing, would be something to check out. So just an idea for those of you who are looking at your gear and thinking, you know, it sounds good, but it's pretty beat up from traveling, which what we're looking at right now isn't beat up. This is the Electro Voice speakers, looking at the ETX and the ZLX and the EKX. I mean, just every one of them is here, and they've been running these through, and they're pretty loud. There's no question about it. And they've got a nice area here where they can really turn them up and really play. And even when they're cranking them in here, the horse race is still going, but that's another story for another day. X-Lasers got some cool lasers they've been showing, so I think we might have some video of that also when they're in action. We'll try to walk around, do a quicker walk around. The Denon, new Denon is here, the new Newmark is here. All sorts of stuff that they're showing off at the show. Great stuff here at Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2015. The show for the day, the exhibit hall. As you saw, Bill and Jason were starting the show. Exhibit hall will open in about 3.5 hours, and we'll have more video for you going up next 2 days.